boys, I'm really delighted. A really great advocate for golf generally. But Ali Orchard is going to join us in 2 seconds, and she's the new head coach at Topgolf in the Gold Coast, which I think is phenomenal on so many levels.
Yep.
Ali, we welcome along because we want you to sort of straighten the ship up here. We don't want to talk about undies or Blakey's millions of people. Welcome along.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
Hi, Al.
Congratulations on getting the job there. That's a very big job for a fledgling franchise in Australia.
Yeah, thank you.
So
Very happy.
what is Topgolf in your words, and how's it progressing on the Gold Coast?
Yeah, so essentially it did originate in the UK. There's 3 in the UK. There's 38 in the States, so it's massive in America. And the Gold Coast, we're super lucky. We're the first to get one in Australia. We want to open a bunch more in Australia as well. And, yeah, we're the first outside of the UK or the States as well. Honestly, 50% of the guests that come in here have never touched a golf club ever. So it's so exciting for me as a coach and as a former player to see these people come in and enjoy themselves playing golf. There are 11 targets out on the field, and there's 9 different games you can choose from. So as long as your ball, which has a microchip attached to your profile, as long as it's going in a target, it's recording your points, and you're basically just versing your friends that are up on the screen.
So, Ali, that sounds awesome. Give me the physical. If I walk through the door of your Topgolf Centre and I go into my bay or my booth where my friends and I are going to play, what am I physically looking at?
Okay, so we have 90 bays. There's 3 levels, 30 bays on each level.
90?
We have 90 bays.
This is awesome.
We could have, on a Friday and Saturday especially, we could have 560 players all in bays hitting.
At the same time?
Yeah. We have 560 profiles up on a normal Friday.
How awesome does that sound?
Yeah,
Andy?
it's awesome.
So if it's my turn to hit, I've got I've got a proper golf club in my hand, I come and use my own golf clubs.
Yeah, you 100% can bring your own clubs. Otherwise, we have right, left, juniors and tots clubs available, as well as an elite version for our platinum members.
And when I'm over my ball about to play, I'm playing on synthetic grass, and I'm looking at like what would traditionally be, sort of imagined as a normal kind of driving range, but with different target areas. Is that kind of what I'm seeing?
Yeah. You can look at your synthetic grass, amazing netting, and then you've got 11 targets that you can physically see. The furthest one away is 190 meters.
Okay.
But you have a diagram on the bottom as well, so it's showing you every single distance for every target, and you can see that as well as like on that diagram as well as when you look out. Yeah.
So Ali, you're a former ALPG Tour player. Mm-hmm. When you play Topgolf, do you get a feel? Does it feel like you hit your normal shot that you're hitting out on a golf course? Do you feel like you have to play exactly the same shot to get the results required when you're playing Topgolf?
I think if you can play Topgolf on so many different levels. So if I was to bring my tour players that are friends, we've come together. It can be super competitive, and it's like there's heckling, but there's also there's so many games that can improve your golf and your competitive side to your playing, as well as you could come with your niece and nephew and just be happy to get it in this 25-meter target, and they would say, "Oh, Auntie Ali, you're amazing." So, I mean, I'm lucky that they say that anyway, but you could just, on every single level, you could come as a date. You could be like, oh, wow, or you could come with your whole entire family for a party. And on every level, it's amazing how many people want to learn how to play golf.
So, Ali, you'd mentioned 190-meter holes. If you have 6 newcomers roll down and just want to have an adult beverage and a burger and have a bit of fun, they can just play to a 30-meter target or something too, can't they? They don't have to hit it out to the 200-meter mark. Yeah,
the furthest target is 190 meters away. Their signature game that they play is Topgolf, which is the further away and the closer to the center of the flag, the more points you're going to get. But there's also games called Top Chip, so it's the max length target is only 80 metres.
Awesome.
There's top drive, which is essentially the back two targets. There's so many games that everyone, needs to come in and explore because it's just, it's amazing.
Ali, this thing's obviously exploding, and it's, not only in America but here as well. And I'm sure you'll be expanding soon. What do people say to you about why do they like it so much?
Well, we actually have a role, and they're like a associate works for a greeter. So they are the person at the door that gets everyone's jaws back off the ground and says, welcome to Topgolf. This is what we're about. And I'm not even kidding. This is a reaction. People come in, their jaws drop, and we have someone employed to explain things to them because it's like nothing else.
And as a golfer yourself, do you think that this kind of stuff, and, I was here in Melbourne, I went to a kind of a mini golf place called Holy Moly the other day, and it was absolutely packed. And it's along similar lines in the sense that it had bars and entertainment and loud music, and there were just people everywhere, and as well as these type of driving ranges. I mean, does it have implications for traditional golf? Do you think that people could migrate across? Because this is a huge question for traditional golf. Yeah.
I think it definitely is something that would help promote it. I think it's a part of what could happen. I think we need to nurture people that come in with that expectation to think, wow, I play golf from here, but how they move on from there. Do you know what I mean? If we can really nurture those people, look after them, point them in the right direction, coach them, get them with the basics, it's amazing where it could feed, how they could be fed in. But the word nurture couldn't even be used more, I don't think. We really need to look after them and help them out in the right direction to then increase the percentage of people learning and joining golf clubs.
Which brings us perfectly to you, Ali, as opposed to Topgolf, because I think everyone who's listening right now can hear the enthusiasm in your voice and your passion and your love for the game.
Yeah.
This is a huge role for you, an accredited PGA professional. You've done your traineeship. You've got all you've ticked all the boxes in the background. ALPG Tour player. You've played overseas. You've done all that. What is it that's inspiring you here, and how can you make a difference, do you think, personally?
I actually just really love people. I love knowing how someone's feeling. I love knowing what someone wants and what they need, and I love reading their energy. And I think to every single demographic that's come in here and has needed my help has been so different. No two people have been the same, and I love learning and meeting and feeling what that next individual might need, and then bringing them happiness through golf and just one golf shot, or you see their confidence go from like, oh, I'm not feeling that great, to wow, like I'm actually really good at something. And it almost goes like, okay, this is confusing. Like we went from nothing to everything, and that for me is so rewarding, and I just want to do that for the rest of my life.
It's a perfect answer. And last one from me, and I don't know whether you have the answer to this, but do you know what the plans are? Like, you're up there on the Goldie, and everyone in that area is going, great, and next time we go to a holiday up there, I'm going to go and play this thing.
Awesome.
But there's going to be a lot of people around Australia listening to this, wondering when Topgolf's going to come to my neck of the woods. Do you have any knowledge on what the kind of expansion plans are like?
I'm not 100% that I personally can be that one but they have big plans in Australia, and I back them 100%, and definitely think that I want to be a part of when they do come to other locations around Australia. I want to be a part of helping each venue grow and really from the ground up be successful.
So. I'm not in a position, Andy, of sort of, pissing in our guests' pockets, so to speak. But you can hear Ali's enthusiasm. And Ali, I don't know exactly what you know about Vision 2025, but I'm saying to you, Andy, that I think Ali's the perfect ambassador in so many levels. She's knowledgeable beyond belief. She's a left-hander. She understands issues of golf that some don't understand. She doesn't just shove things in your hand and expect you to do it this way. Ali, how important is it to you and to the future of women and girls in golf in Australia to be able to knock down the walls of what you perhaps confronted when you walked into a club the first time, 10, 15 years ago?
I guess that my biggest thing is, on every level, if we have a good heart, we want people to be happy, right? So if we can create that and give that to someone, for women to come to a golf club, if we could, in just one sentence, make them comfortable and happy and give them that confidence, then that's all we need to do. So to get more of the women comfortable and happy, it's not going to take much, but we all need to be really doing that because it's amazing how many women really do want to play and they're super keen to give it a go and get involved, but we need to make them comfortable and happy.
Google search Topgolf Gold Coast. I'm telling you, Andy, if you're remotely in Queensland, give Ali a call. She'll change your game and she'll change your perception of the game of golf. And for anyone, any age, but particularly if you're a young lady considering the game, but thinking it's sort of too hard, Ali's your girl.
Oh, I can't wait. My sister lives up at Burleigh Heads, Ali. I don't see her often enough. Now I've got every reason to go up there and see her a whole lot more often. So thanks for coming on the show. Thanks for telling us about it. I absolutely guarantee that the appetite amongst a lot of people to get there and have a look has been whet today, wherever you might be listening to the podcast or the radio show. And we wish you all the very best with the Gold Coast Centre and the expansion thereafter and your role in it all. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Good on you. Ali Orchard joining us there, talking about this phenomenon, which is Topgolf. I mean, you've been down you mentioned Holy Moly. We've all been to the simulators.
There's a Holy Moly place in Melbourne, and there's one in Sydney, Andy. And then you've got the simulators all over the place. I mean, these, in all seriousness, these things are really important for golf because they're bringing people to the game. I think they're fantastic for the game.
100%. And we talk about clubs and facilities now, not just clubs. Hopefully they'll become members, the people who wander through there. But it's through the work of people like Ali that we can make golf more approachable, especially for young women and girls.